Welcome to the Mitcham History Notes YouTube channel. Today I'm going to have a look at a pub called The Rose, which was at the Rosehill roundabout at the southern end of the Bishopsford Road, which leads into Mitcham over the River Wandle. Now, because I don't know much about the pubs in Sutton and the area, I'm going to use a very good pub map produced by a fellow called Mark Donohue, who you may have come across on the various Facebook groups of the area. And I've got a link on my website, but I'll put that link in the description of this video. It's a Google map, and it's called Pubs of Sutton and the Surrounding Area. So we can see a big blodge here of all the pubs in the Sutton and surrounding areas, and he's got a colour code for the icons. If it's green with a pint glass in it, then it means it still exists as a pub. If it's yellow with a pint glass in it, it's no longer a pub, but the building is still there. And if it's red, it's no longer a pub and the building has been demolished. So let's try and find the Rosehill roundabout. Need to zoom in a bit more. There's St Helier Avenue. Go to the middle, and there's the distinctive oblong-shaped Rosehill roundabout. The A217, Bishopsford Road, leading to Mitcham that way. St Helier Avenue, leading up to Mordenhall Park. Green Lane, Rive Lane, and the road called Rosehill. Let's click on the icon, and Marky has nicely given a description and a little bit of history. Built in 1933 as Raleigh's Cafeteria, planned to be a luxury public house where perpendicular drinking will be forbidden. It had a first and second class cafeteria, a nursery full of toys where mothers could leave their children, and a dance hall capable of holding 600 people. The cafeteria was named after Raleigh G. Hollingbury, a well-known reformer of licensed catering establishments. It was later turned into a pub and renamed the Rose Hotel in 1937. The Merton Historical website have got photographs from Bill Rudd, who grew up in the St Helier estate. So let's have a look at what he has for the Rose. This is a 1973 photo. Zoom in. And we're looking at it from the side. So the Rosehill roundabout is over here. Let's zoom in a bit more. And there are drain pipes coming down, and on the side it says AD 1933. Now you might ask, where's the guttering? Well, there isn't any guttering, it's behind this parapet. So the roof comes down to about this level where you see the different coloured in bricks, and the gutter is behind this parapet, and the rainwater will then drain into the pipe and go down. Another photograph, and this one also is 1973, and it shows you that it was a Truman's pub at that time. Quite a big place. And the last photograph again shows this front section but at an angle. Truman's. In Merton Historical Society's Local History Notes, number 36, Growing Up on the St Helier Estate, 1930 to 1950, by Albert A.J. Smith. Although the London County Council made provision for shopping and basic medical services on the St Helier Estate, it didn't provide for public houses. The boroughs managed to outflank this because spare parcels of land in two very obvious places sprouted large public taverns in the second half of the 30s as the estate became complete. This estate had been designed and built by the London County Council to house 10,000 families, and there were over 100 roads running from Morden down to the outskirts of Sutton, to as far as Angel Hill, I think. Anyway, he goes on. It was not long before a large public house called the Rose Tavern was built, within walking distance of Rosehill. It was very popular in summer evenings with its open-air facilities that enabled us kids to run around while parents socialised. It really was a family pub in spite of its size. It catered for many tastes with its spacious winter garden, tea room, ballroom, saloon and public bars. An off licence where I was able to buy sweets. A nightclub opened within the premises on Saturday the 23rd of July 1977 called Napoleon's Nightspot, and there was an article he refers to in the Stage newspaper or magazine of the 28th of July that year. And I've got a copy of that here from the British Newspaper Archive. Comedy and Balloon Speciality Act Trevor Little, assisted by the four-piece Double Barrel Group, featured as the first Saturday cabaret artist on the occasion of the grand opening of Napoleon's Nightspot at the Rosehill, Sutton, on July 23rd. And among the acts lined up to play this new room are Terry Rogers, Felicity Hayman, who is the woman in this photograph here. You see that, Felicity Hayman? Terry Seabrook and Scott Gordon. Other attractions at the Rose include the Village Bar for quiet relaxation, upstairs pool room, plus a general sprinkling of live groups, topless disco, go-go and striptease, which, taken all together with the new room, makes the large Truman's House a leisure and entertainment complex very much in keeping with the scene of today. Go-go and striptease, eh? Oh dear. Anyway, moving on. Seen as a square room more comfortable than luxurious and capable of seating 250, Napoleon's Nightspot, with its 2 AM licence and separate entrance, is more or less a nightclub within a pub, and is managed by Dick Sorre, and I'm not sure if that's the correct pronunciation. His name is S-O-R-R-E, Sorre, or Sor, whose stated intention it is to present first-class to star-quality artists each Saturday as part of a dance-meal-cabaret evening, in addition to separate party nights, soul nights, rock and roll, disco and live bands. Must be recorded, however, that in this aim some teething problems will be encountered for cabaret artists and accompanying musicians were obviously the last thing the designers had in mind when drawing up the plans for the room. The centre of the room is taken up by a sunken circular dance floor, surrounded by railings and capped by a huge circular canopy, and while the DJ's Punch and Judy box is prominently displayed as a permanent fixture, the musicians who accompanied the cabaret had to set up on the floor. One's own private thought on the cabaret working area was publicly echoed by cabaret star Trevor when he took the position in the pit, glanced around and asked which direction the lines would be coming from. Yes. An immensely enjoyable artist and one of vast experience of the business, Trevor Little overcame the handicaps apparent on the grand opening night and finished his act with a William Tell impression with balloons, and to great applause. In manager Dick Sorre, must be a Sorre now because he's got an accent on the E, cabaret artists will find a charming person who is determined to place artistry on the map as a permanent feature at Napoleon's Nightspot, and provided that the teething problems are quickly sorted out, there's no reason why Dick should meet a Waterloo. And as an entertainment traveller's guide, the footnote is that all roads leading to Rosehill meet at the Rose, for the house is situated by the roundabout, which is fed by all 6 roads to Rosehill. What happened next? It was demolished in the 1980s, replaced by a Co-op supermarket, which is now occupied by Lidl. Yes, that's the Lidl. And there's a road up there. There's the oblong-shaped Rosehill roundabout. You can see the Gaumont Cinema in the background there. And oh dear, never mind. It like from above by satellite view, contemporary satellite view. Yes, so it's got a large car parking area and the Lidl. Now we can compare this map with Ordnance Survey maps. This is an Ordnance Survey map of 1894, showing that intersection between 4 roads and the Rosehill house. And if we look at Google Maps as a background to this, we can turn down the overlay and see where Rosehill House was, just to the south of the roundabout. But let's have a look at a more up-to-date map. Marky pointed out that this was shown as Raleigh's on 1930s maps, so let's see if we can find a 1930s map. And this is a 1933 Ordnance Survey map. Still pretty much surrounded by fields at that point, But this is the total area of the Raleighs. That's the car park area for the Raleighs. But this would have been the gardens of the pub. Shame it all got knocked down. Could have made a good Wetherspoon. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please press the like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Please leave comments, because I don't know much about the pub. Please leave your experiences. Keep it clean. Okay, that's it. Bye for now.